Capture of 312 fugitives.
I'm John Walsh. Good evening from Washington, D.C. SWAT, Special Weapons and Tactics. The name itself inspires confidence, and the men and women who wear that uniform are a very special breed. Their job is to handle situations considered too dangerous for anyone but the best. So when it came time to take down suspected drug dealer Jesus Delgado, the Denver SWAT team was called in. It's tough to face a suspect who has nothing to lose. And for a tactical officer with a family, it's never a good day to die. Denver, Colorado, January 24th, 1990. Using a confidential informant, Denver police launched an operation to gather evidence against Jesus Delgado, a suspected drug dealer.
Yeah? Can I talk to you for a moment?
About what?
You know, friends of mine, friends of yours.
All right. Let's hear who you know.
You know, not out here. Is it right if I come in? Yeah, that guy's crazy. He had a loaded 45 in his pants.
Did you get it? What happened?
He had 3 OZs hanging out on the table, but already sold.
Hey, well, maybe we can get it tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You better move tonight. He said something about Mexico in the morning. Large shipment.
Where's my money?
The thing that concerned me about Jesus is that every time someone came to the door, he was paranoid and always came to the door with a gun showing to try and show that he wasn't going to be ripped off or that he was macho or stuff like that. And we knew that there was other people in the house and a little kid was in the house. I didn't want him to get away at that point. I had worked pretty hard on him. I dropped off my informant and I came downtown to police headquarters and immediately wrote up a search warrant with a no-knock entry.
Thanks, Sergeant. We're going to be going to 3139 Zunai Street. It's a duplex. Some of you might have been there before.
By 11:45 that night, the warrant was ready.
Tried to make a buy, couldn't get it done. My informant
Ron Ralph was a member of Denver's elite Metro SWAT team.
by the name of Jesus. He's 5'7", 5'8", 150, 160 pounds. We know that there's at least 2 other adults inside, 1 or more kids. I can only see 2 problems with your entry, and that is that there's a set of stairs that go real high up into a landing. So whoever's got the ram better be in pretty good shape. The other problem is that every time that he's come to the door while I was there and the informants were there, he had a gun with him.
We used to hear that quite a bit, but there was something about Kechter's demeanor and the way that he indicated this that was very clear that this was had a great potential for a bad outcome.
In all seriousness, be really careful. This guy's a shooter, and he won't hesitate to shoot a cop.
It goes by quickly. I mean, it's not something I dwell on. But I think it's something that when you're doing this type of work, you have to be honest with yourself and admit that, you know, this could be your last day. And I also think about things like what's the newspaper going to say when a police officer was killed in the line of duty? How is my family going to be affected by this? My brothers, my parents. If I were killed in the line of duty, how does my daughter grow up after that? How does she accept that?
They are the best there are. They are the best of the best, you know, when it comes to entries, no-knock entries. They train and train and train for every kind of a scenario that they can think of.
January 25th, 1990, just hours before dawn.
between the first set of steps and the second set of steps, I clearly understood in my own mind that I would be involved in the shooting. The first two-man teams continued down the hallway, and as they passed the door on the left, I looked at it, and I was not sure why they had passed the doorway. As I opened the door with my left hand and started to step through, I noticed a woman with a small baby in her arms attempting to come out the same door that I was entering. The only decision I could make at that point was to get her down and out of the line of fire, both for their safety and for mine, and to put me in a position where I could return fire towards the threat. As she was going down to the floor with the baby in her arms, I heard a second shot.
Hit?
No, but the suspect sure was.
Police were surprised Delgado could walk with 4 bullet wounds, but they were shocked Delgado had started shooting with his wife and child as his only cover.
Keep in mind, all this happened in maybe 2.5 or 3 seconds, so I wanted them down and out of the way because I knew that if they're shooting at me, that I'm going to return fire. I didn't want to be responsible for shooting a woman and a child, and I certainly didn't want them to be harmed by someone else.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You okay?
Yeah, good. I had a feeling about this one.
My personal opinion of drug dealers is that they are less than animals. At least an animal will take care of its young, and it has some respect for its social order. A dope dealer has no respect for his family, for himself, or for anybody else around him.
Jesus Delgado recovered from his wounds and was found guilty of second-degree assault. Serving 1 year of a 12-year sentence, he was released after posting a $90,000 appeals bond. He never showed for his appeals hearing. While hospitalized with wounds sustained in another bust, Ron Ralph received Denver's Medal of Honor. His family shared in the celebration.
Line of duty. You earned this.
Yeah, Ron Ralph is a hero. But Ron didn't return fire until his field of vision was clear enough that he could get a decent shot without harming the wife and the baby. He's a true hero.
Our hats are off to the Denver Police Department and the SWAT team. Dave Kechter is here tonight. Good job, Dave. Ron, we applaud your courage. Let's help these guys solve this case and bring Jesus Delgado to justice. Delgado likes pickup trucks and fancy chrome guns. He wears gold jewelry and expensive hand-tooled cowboy boots. He's probably on the run with his wife and young son. Agents believe Delgado's dealing drugs and living in Texas or Mexico. A Mexican national who speaks English and Spanish fluently. He may be calling himself Jesus Gandara or Jesus Delgado. But whatever the name, he's a wanted man. If you have any information on Jesus Gandara Delgado, call us at 1-800-CRIME-TV. That's 1-800-274-6388. When we come back, a last-minute dramatic development in the case of Gina Dale North, a little girl who's been missing since last summer. Stay with us.
This is safeguard season. This is a season for germs. Because germs don't take the summer off. Safeguard against germs. Washing with Safeguard antibacterial soap eliminates 99.9% of germs you've come in contact with. Eliminates